There is a moment in life when everything becomes quiet, when the noise of people, expectations, and fake support suddenly fades away. And in that silence you realize something that feels scary at first. You are alone. Not in a sad or hopeless way, but in a real, honest way. No one is coming to save you. No one is thinking about your life as deeply as you are. And no one truly understands your struggles the way you do. People come and go. They support you when it's easy. They leave when it's hard. And this cycle repeats again and again until one day you finally see the truth. And that truth is not meant to break you. It is meant to wake you up. Because the moment you accept that you are alone, you stop waiting for others, you stop depending on others, and you start becoming your own strength. Most people spend their entire life believing that someone will always be there for them, that friends will stay forever, that relationships will never change, and that people will understand them without even speaking. But reality is very different. Everyone is busy fighting their own battles. Everyone is focused on their own problems, and no matter how close someone is, they can never fully carry your pain. This is why expectations hurt so much, because we expect others to do what only we can do for ourselves. The truth is simple. People may support you, but they cannot live your life for you. And once you understand this, you stop feeling disappointed and start feeling powerful. Even Buddha understood this truth deeply. He was surrounded by luxury, family, and comfort, yet he left everything behind. Why? Because he realized that no one could walk the path for him. No one could give him peace. No one could remove his suffering. The journey had to be taken alone. And that is the biggest lesson. Growth is always a lonely process. When you are improving yourself, when you are changing your mindset, when you are becoming stronger, most people will not understand you. Some will doubt you, some will ignore you, and some will leave. But that's not a loss, that's part of your transformation. Being alone teaches you things that no one else can teach. It forces you to face your thoughts, your fears, and your reality. There is no distraction, no fake comfort, no escape. And in that moment, you start understanding yourself deeply. You realize what truly matters and what doesn't. You stop chasing people who don't value you, and you stop wasting time trying to prove yourself to others. Instead, you begin focusing on your own growth, your own peace, and your own purpose. At first, loneliness feels heavy. It feels like something is missing. But slowly, it transforms into something powerful. You start enjoying your own company. You stop needing constant validation. You stop depending on others for happiness. And this is where real freedom begins. Because when you are comfortable being alone, no one can control you. No one can manipulate you. And no one can break you easily. You become emotionally strong, mentally stable, and deeply focused. Most people fear being alone because they confuse loneliness with emptiness. But they are not the same. Loneliness is not about having no one around you. It is about not being connected with yourself. The moment you build a strong connection with your own mind, your own goals, and your own values, you never feel empty again. You may be physically alone, but internally you feel complete. And that is a level of strength very few people reach. When you stop expecting others to understand you, you also stop getting hurt by their actions. You realize that people behave based on their own mindset, their own experiences, and their own limitations. It has nothing to do with your worth. This realization changes everything. You stop taking things personally. You stop overthinking every small situation. And you start protecting your energy instead of wasting it. Buddha taught that attachment is the root of suffering. And one of the biggest attachments we have is to people, their opinions, their presence, their approval. We believe we need them to feel complete. But the truth is, the more you depend on others, the more power you give them over your emotions. And when they leave or change, you suffer. But when you learn to stand alone, you break that chain. You become independent, not just physically, but emotionally. There is a hidden power in being alone that most people never discover. It gives you clarity. It gives you focus. It removes distractions. When you are alone, you can think clearly, you can plan your future, and you can work on yourself without interference. This is why successful people often spend time alone. Not because they have no one, but because they understand the value of solitude. It is in those quiet moments that the biggest transformations happen. So instead of fearing being alone, start embracing it. See it as an opportunity, not a punishment. Understand that you were never meant to depend on others for your strength. You were meant to build it within yourself. The world may not always support you. People may not always stay, and situations may not always be easy. But if you learn how to stand alone, nothing can stop you. Because at the end of the day, the strongest person is not the one who has the most support, but the one who can walk alone without fear.